SEO fans, welcome to this week's Friday video. It's been a while since we've done an Ask Me Anything.
Yes, yeah, so we popped a question on the group, I believe it was yesterday. So keep your eye out on the group to see any questions, well, any requests for questions coming through. And yeah, we've had 3 sent through. So same format as normal. I'll ask Andy a question, he'll answer as best he can, and then vice versa. Yeah, awesome. So
get started.
Yeah, first one has come from Rich Keller. Search Console seems to fluctuate in unison day to day. Is that revealing daily interest changes in your site, or could it be Google seemingly rotating a few sites day to day that get the rank? Okay. Yeah, so he gave an impression. He'll get 1,000 impressions on one day, and his average ranking is 25, and then the next day he'll only get 100 impressions, and the average ranking is 60.
Yeah, so it's interesting that that's happening. I think you're going to need to try and diagnose it a little bit deeper. So there's a few reasons why that might be happening, but you really need to know where it's happening. So within the performance section of Search Console where you get this data, you have obviously the overall graph of, you know, everything combined, all your keywords combined, all your traffic combined, you get your total impressions, your average ranking. Most likely, this isn't probably a site-wide thing for you, i.e. every single keyword fluctuates like that in terms of rankings, or every single page on your website is fluctuating like that. It could possibly be just a select few pages that are doing that, or a select few queries. So what I do is go into the performance area and click on individual pages and individual queries to see if you're still seeing that same pattern. Because it could be those, you know, those bigger terms that drive more of the traffic, more of the impressions, that are actually causing that. Now, if it does break down to particular pages or particular queries, it could be a cannibalization issue, where Google isn't sure what page to choose, and what it can sometimes do in those cases is pick one, then the next day isn't sure, so it doesn't show any. And then a day after that it picks one, the next day it's not sure, so it doesn't show any. I've seen that happen quite a few times. So it could be a cannibalization issue. So look, if it's on particular pages or particular queries, you can diagnose that quite quickly. If you do see it's happening site-wide, it's literally happening across every query, every single page, every device type, because you can obviously split down by web and mobile, then it seems to me like it's a crawling issue. Again, this can happen, it's not as common, but if Google isn't able to crawl your website very consistently, very frequently, it's having issues like crawling too many pages, your crawl budget's being used in ways not ideally, then that can be causing that. With regards to that, you can go into the index coverage section of Search Console, and it's really good now because it breaks down. You can look for, what was it again? You've got error pages, which typically it won't be, but it might be in the valid with warnings or the excluded section, and then it categorizes those within it. So it might be like a page with a different canonical chose by Google, or a redirect issue, and it will break and it will tell you down these specific pages. And if they match up again, then that's telling you why that there's crawling issues. So yeah, do a bit more further digging, see if it's site-wide or keyword page specific.
Yeah, awesome.
Cool. All right, so next question's from Brett. So this is from an agency angle. So when working with a new potential SEO client, what kind of reporting information do you provide to a prospect? Do you do a full audit for free, or do you provide a few specific insights on a one-pager? If the latter, what resonates best?
Yeah, so I'd say over the years that we've worked in SEO, we've probably done all variations, from a single one-pager to a full in-depth audit. I'd say that the full in-depth audit, there's a lot of work that goes into that for a potential customer. So we have done it. I suppose it does sometimes depend as well on what that potential sale is. If it's a customer that's looking to kind of do a couple of £100 a month SEO, then I probably wouldn't put that sort of time in. If it's someone that's looking to do kind of quite a big campaign with you, then maybe it's better. What you can do is you can we normally break it down into kind of 2 areas. You've got your opportunity, and then you've got your kind of technical side of an audit. So the opportunity is really to kind of show them what opportunity there is from an SEO point of view, and why they then should actually invest money and time into SEO. So this can be done using Hike as an example. You could use Hike to have a look at keywords that your competitor or their competitors rank for, to see a couple of keywords that maybe they don't rank for. Opportunities there for different keywords that are working well for their competitors and not working well for the potential customer. Also, you could run the potential customer through the competition audit as well and have a look at potential quick wins for them. Things where they've got keywords maybe on page 2 or 3 of Google, but them keywords actually have quite a high search volume. Low-hanging fruit is what we normally call it, where you can potentially make some kind of good optimization changes to the website and actually bring them up onto the first page that have not got as far to go. And then from an off-site kind of angle, if they're looking to target locally, you could have a look at their citations and how they're doing from a citation point of view. And also you can have a look at their backlinks and do a bit of an audit of their backlinks, see where they have got backlinks and where they potentially haven't. You could also have a look at opportunities from a journalist outreach point of view, maybe put a couple of keywords in that they may be looking for and have a look at what journalists are looking for in terms of information, see if there's opportunity to build links there. If it's on a national, then just have a look at backlinks and potential journalist opportunities. And then the final one is just around technical issues. So you could run their site through Hype and we could give them a list of kind of technical issues with their website, pick a couple of the high priority things, items such as, around kind of HTTPS and HTTP indexing and canonical issues, maybe 404s or 301s. Again, quick wins for an SEO point of view, but ones that will stop them from performing.
Yeah, I think you could fit that stuff quite easily and quite quickly into a one-pager. Yeah, so you could, the keyword stuff using the competition tool, the backlink stuff using the competition tool and the backlink opportunities, and then the kind of high priority tech things just from the actions in Hype. You could probably create a template quite quickly that's a one-pager. And you could caveat by saying, this is what I just want to show you a few things, and then potentially you could sell them a deeper audit, a more in-depth audit, or that might be enough to get them straight onto a retainer. So yeah, maybe just start with a smaller audit and then see how you go from there. But those key areas, they'll resonate with the clients as well. Clients always care about their competitors, always care about links, always care about fixes, broken things on their website. So why is it broken? Why has no one else fixed it before?
Exactly. Awesome. The last question is from Bob. What is the difference between citation, domain stacking and backlinks, and are press releases still a viable action?
Okay, cool. So a citation is a mention of your company name, not necessarily a backlink. So just like a citation in real life outside of SEO, if you've been cited, it means that you've been referenced. So typically, when the term's used in local SEO. So if your company name is referenced on a directory, that's a citation. And Google sees that your company name has been referenced within a particular website, that's a citation. Sometimes it's backlinked. Sometimes you get a link from like yale.com or Yelp, but often you won't. But it still counts towards your local SEO and helps. Domain stacking, something that we weren't even really aware of before this, but it looks like a bit of a bit of a kind of a grey hattish SEO technique. It's something that's not very widely done within the SEO community, which is essentially the idea of let's say you build 100 backlinks, don't build them all to your website, build them to other websites to build up the domain authority of those websites to then build the backlink to you. And one of the main reasons to do it is because then you're not going to be penalised, you say, by the quality of the links. They're not going to your website directly, they're going to someone else. So it's a way in which the people use to pass SEO value through ways that probably don't always meet Google's requirements. Just build good quality backlinks to your own website. Don't worry about domain stacking.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if you're going to build backlinks, build good quality ones. If they're good quality ones, just build them to your own website. Don't worry about domain stacking. And then backlinks are just a hyperlink from another website to your website. A press release is still viable?
Yeah, so obviously I touched on the journalist outreach piece on Brett's question, but in terms of actually doing a press release and kind of pushing it out there and getting coverage of that press release with journalists, it's a massive thing from an SEO point of view.
For sure.
Because it's natural links. Then you're not doing a press release just to build backlinks to your website. You're doing it to get the word out there about your business or a new product or a new service within your business. So it actually has an ulterior motive. Whereas I wouldn't recommend doing a press release just for SEO. I'd say that you want to kind of hopefully get some benefit, non-SEO benefit from a press release as well. Yeah,
and it used to be an old SEO link building technique of creating a press release and putting it on press release websites like PR Newswire, etc. And then it gets syndicated across maybe 200, 300 different domains. They're all no-followed anyway. And yeah, they're not going to pass SEO value. But do, like Kieran said, do press releases that you're actually going to send out to individual journalists to tell them about your company, the news about your company, whatever it is that's press-worthy, so then they can link to you. But that's a lot more in-depth and bespoke than the typical spinning a press release article to get backlinks.
Yeah. Awesome.
Cool.
Yeah, that's all of it.
All right.
So, yeah, check out the Facebook group and keep an eye on it, because we will obviously post more requests for questions going forward. And yeah, we'll be back next week.
Awesome, cool. Have a good weekend, all.
Cheers.
Bye.